No, don't.
Don't you
Come
throw
on.
coats at
Donna,
me!
Look, it's the only way I know how to get through to you. We're just...
Coats, I only react to what I hear.
No, Donna, you overreact, all right? You blow everything out of proportion.
You had an affair with a woman. You slept with another woman.
I wasn't married. I slept with lots of other women.
But you didn't tell me it was Iris.
Because of this. Because I knew that you would go nuts.
I'm going to court.
No, you're not going out of here now. No.
There's nothing more to say.
The hell there isn't.
Let go of me, Michael.
Donna, not until you apologize.
I beg your pardon.
You owe me an apology for not believing that I love you more than any other woman in the whole world.
I owe you an apology?
Yes.
Please, spare me.
Hey, you are the luckiest woman in the world. Do you know that? You got a great husband who loves you, you got lots of money, you got kids that love you, and you stand here whining.
I don't whine.
Okay, you don't whine. You gnash your teeth, you beat your breast, you roll around on the floor like a little kid,
When
like a
did you
brat.
ever see me rolling around on the floor? Don't be ridiculous.
Well, actually, I never have seen you rolling around on the floor, but now that you mention it, it's not a bad idea.
Michael, what are you doing?
Around on the floor, you... Yes, we're rolling around on the floor. Here we go, baby.
I'm not gonna let you distract me this
Oh, really?
way.
Oh, how would you like me to distract you, honey?
Sometimes you make me so mad.
I'm so sorry, Meg. I still can't understand how it all came out. I mean, who could have uncovered it?
I did.
What?
It was me.
You?
Cass got a tip, and he came to me about it.
Not to me?
He wouldn't have come to you about this until he was sure. I told him I would investigate.
Well, go on.
I called Jerry Posner, her accountant, and I got a hold of her tax return.
You don't need to say any more. I can guess the rest.
I agonized about whether or not you should be told. I figured you would want to know. Was I right?
Yes, of course, Rachel.
I knew this would hurt you.
Hurt me. My own daughter does all that to us. It goes far beyond hurt, Rachel.
How could she do this to her own father?
I
And
don't
you,
know.
of all people.
I don't know.
If I had thought you would never find out, maybe I would have kept quiet about it. But she's going on the witness stand, Mac. Cass wants to question.
No.
What?
If Iris could do this to me, Rachel, do you think she could be capable of murder?
Amanda! Iris!
Amanda, have you seen Daddy?
Isn't he here?
No, I thought he might have come with you.
No, he wasn't at the house when I called this morning. I'm sure he'll be here.
I'm surprised you're here.
Why, I told you last night that I would be here. I'm your sister.
You don't know, do you?
Know what?
Look, you've been through a lot. Sam, take her home, please.
Iris, no.
Just spare yourself.
We're staying. And Daddy will be here soon, I'm sure.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Harrison R. Tinkham presiding.
Be seated, please. As I recall, you were about to call a witness, Mr. Winthrop, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor.
Amanda, you just might hear something that you'd rather not hear.
Defense calls Iris Wheeler.
Iris Wheeler. Raise your right hand, please. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your name.
Iris Corey Wheeler.
Be seated, please.
Mrs. Wheeler, you knew the deceased, Jason Frame, did you not?
Yes, I knew him.
How?
He was a business associate.
Would you explain that, please?
Yes, I hired him to do some construction work at the spa for the Corey complex.
Matt Corey is your father.
Yes, he is.
And you hired Jason Frame over your father's better judgment, isn't that right? Mrs. Wheeler?
Yes?
Why did your father feel so strongly about Jason Frame? He hated him, isn't that right?
Objection. Counsel is leading the witness.
I'll rephrase the question. How did your father feel about Jason Frame?
He disliked him intensely. That was common knowledge.
Why?
Answer the question, Miss Wheeler. Answer the question, Mrs. Wheeler.
There was a long-standing feud between the Coreys and the Frames.
Oh, no. Wasn't it considerably more personal than that? Didn't these feelings stem from the fact that Jason Frame took some incriminating photographs of your sister?
Yes, Jason did take those photographs, yes.
And yet you were willing to hire Jason Frame?
Yes.
According to your records, you paid Jason Frame a $10,000 bonus, isn't that right? Mrs. Wheeler, if necessary, we can produce copies of the spa contract.
No, that won't be necessary. Yes, I did give him some extra money.
Why?
I thought it was time to mend the fences.
Between the Coreys and the Frames?
Yes.
I see. But $10,000, you really wanted those fences mended badly, didn't you?
Objection. What does this have to do with the murder of Jason Frame?
Get to the point, Mr. Winthrop.
Yes, Your Honor. Let's turn to the night of the shooting, shall we? According to your hired security service, you took extreme measures to prevent Jason from appearing at the party.
I would hardly call them extreme.
You didn't want him there.
No, he'd been harassing a member of my family.
Who would that be?
Victoria Frame, the wife of my father's stepson.
So you hired an entire security force to protect, tell me if I got this straight, the wife of your father's stepson.
Yes, that is correct.
Hadn't you been harassed by Jason Frame yourself? Isn't it a fact that the money you paid him was actually blackmail money?
Doesn't matter anymore.
It may not matter anymore to you, Mrs. Wheeler, but it certainly matters to this court, and it certainly matters to Miss Gallant. Jason Frame had been blackmailing you for quite some time. He had information about you that would have caused you tremendous embarrassment, or worse. Isn't that true?
Yes.
And isn't it true that you were the orchestrator of the hostile takeover against Corey Publishing? An attempt to ruin your own father's company?
No, that's not what I intended.
No? Then how do you explain this, Mrs. Wheeler? This is your income tax return. And on line 12, income, it states that a major contributor to your income last year was Bennett Publishing, the company that was behind the takeover attempt. You were its CEO, its chief. Were you not?
Yes.
And Jason knew it, didn't he? Mrs. Wheeler, you are under oath.
Yes, Jason was blackmailing me. He knew the truth. He knew that I was behind the takeover. And that I was the chief.